Hey Carpentry One, it's Mr. Allen. I wanted to go over just a little bit more math for you. We're moving into our last chapter about stairs, but this window and door size and materials estimating from the walls is really important. So I'm actually going to give you a few answers to some of the assignments you've done, and go back and resubmit them because there's going to be one more big test probably coming next week on this. So let's talk about window and door sizes. And some of you who are still doing your work did the window size exercise. It was called window size quiz. It was just 3 things. So I'm going to give you some of the answers and let you figure them out. So the first, number 1, you had 5 sizes to decode. So let me show you number 1. To decode this window size, all you had to do was put 2 foot 0 inches by 3 foot 2 inches. That's 2 foot 0 inches wide, 3 foot 2 inches tall. That's a window size. And I'm going to do 2 of them for you, and then the rest of them are on your own. So I'm giving you 2 free answers to resubmit. 2046, 2 foot 0 inches wide by 4 foot 6 inches tall. Now this is not that hard. Now for the next step we're going to go over, you've got to put this into inches. But you have to do this first. So if you go down to number 2, you'll see I ask you for rough openings. And it starts off with the very same one. So 2032, you've already decoded it. That's step 1. I told you you're going to put this in inches, so let's look at 2032 in inches. Not to confuse you. 2032 in inches is 24 inches wide. 36 plus 2 is 38 inches tall. So to get a rough opening, you just add 2.5 inches to it. So for number 2, where it says rough opening for 2032, all you have to do is add 2.5 and write your new answer down. 26.5, 40.5. That's all you have to do. That is your rough opening for a 2032. Okay? So if we went back to that 2046 that we did just a minute ago, 2 foot 0 inches wide, 4 foot 6 inches tall, and we converted that to inches, so that's 24 inches wide. Look, it's the same as this 20. That's 48 plus 6, 49, 51, 2, that's 54 inches tall. And if we wanted rough opening, we're adding 2.5 inches. So that's 26.5 inches. This is actually the hole you would leave in the wall for this window by 56.5 inches. Okay? So I did 4 of those for you now. Number 3 says, find the header size. To find the header size, you must decode 2032. You must convert to inches. You must find your rough opening. You have to do all that before you can find the header size. And then for a 2032 window, the header size is the rough opening, 26.5, plus 3 inches. That's all the header is. 26.5 plus 3 inches. And I'll explain that to you. For down here for this one, it's the same thing. It's a 2046. So the 20 is 24. The rough opening is 26.5 plus 3 is 29.5. And real quick, let me show you how that looks. I'm not the best artist in the world, but I'll try to explain it as best as I can. And then I would invite you to redo any of those assignments you want to for 100, since I have now given you answers. But here's your wall. Here's the opening for the window. This is the rough opening, the hole that's left for the window. Here's the header. Those are studs. That's a king stud and a trimmer stud. But all we did was we took 2032, I think, was the first one. We said that was 2 foot 0 inches by 3 foot 2 inches. And then we found the rough opening, so that's 24, that's 26.5 inches. And 32 is 30, 38, 30, 40.5. So all we said was this hole, this rough opening, is 26.5 inches wide and 40.5 inches long, tall. And you have to know how to do that because you don't want the hole in your wall to be the wrong size when the window comes. You have to rebuild the whole wall. And then for a header, we take the width only and add 3. 29.5 inches. That means this header right here is 29.5 inches. It's 3 inches bigger than the rough opening, so it sets on these 2 trimmer studs. That is some of the answers from window size exercise. Should help you do those. And in just a little bit, I'm going to make a video about how to estimate materials for walls, and you can go back and redo that one. So look at this video, look at our past video, and redo those things so that you'll understand exactly how to do window and door sizes. See you later, Carpenter One.